My name is Jimmy. I'm a freelance writer from California. Thank you so much for sitting down to talk with me. I know this time is difficult for you and your family. I want to make sure you feel safe, so please, if you don't feel comfortable answering any questions, please tell me so, or just don't answer them. And if at any time you wish to stop the interview or pause, please let me know. What is your name? Where do you come from? And what do you enjoy doing?
Leila Savrima, Khalka Shingalima, Awarina.
My name is Leila Sabri. I'm from Sinjar. It has been 8 years since we're IDPs, and it has been since 2018 that I'm doing this meeting work, and this is the most enjoyable thing I do.
What are the events that led you to Yazda?
تشتي بسري ما هاتي خودي قالك بزحمك ويعني ما تخوف مرتاح.
So of course the events were very difficult, and the main thing that led for us to be here is that the ISIS attack. So we ran away to the mountains, and it was very difficult. We stayed nearly 11 days on the mountain.
Wow, in Sinjar, in the mountains.
Sinjar, yes, exactly. So on the first 2-3 days, there was no water, no food, no anything. But after that, the PKK sent us food and water supplies. And the main thing that made us to stay there for 11 days was because my grandmother had some issues, some problems, and she just couldn't move. So we just stayed with her. We didn't go down or like run away to another place. But like my children were with me and my grandmother was there, like everyone were safe. But the thing that hurt me a lot was that I didn't know anything about my father and mother. I had no any idea what's happening to them. So this was concerning me a lot in that time.
How did ISIS's attack on your people affect you, your family, and those who you care about?
يعني بزحمة بو يعني أسكالكي زارت خطر سام.
It was very difficult, especially like for my kids. I was very concerned and scared that something will happen to them. But however, like God helped us. God was very merciful for us because like everyone was safe. Only one of my aunts, when I knew that they actually captivated her along with her children and her husband, I was very sad. It was such a painful time because God, in that time I was thinking like God knows what is happening to them. But even in that time we were sure that God is there and God will help us.
So you and your family escaped Daesh. Do you have any friends that weren't so lucky?
There were friends and neighbors who were captivated by them.
What would you say is the percentage of the Yazidis living around her in her village that knew somebody or had a family member or a daughter or a son that was kidnapped or killed by Daesh?
A lot of them.
A lot of them. Wow.
Nearly 70%.
Nearly 70% of the Yazidis living in her village knew somebody or had a family member kidnapped, captured, killed by ISIS.
تقريبا نزيكي حفتصدش خلكي جندي هوا زان كسكي نزيكي وانا جناركي وانا هاتي قلتم دستدا عشتا. Yes.
Wow. Daesh is Islamic. What do Yazidis feel about Islam right now?
Of course that it was very difficult in that time, but still Yazidi people didn't lose their faith in God and also in Tawsi Malak, which is the peacock symbol. We call him Tawsi Malak. So it was very difficult, but the Yazidi people didn't like lose their faith. They didn't change their beliefs. Even those who were captivated by them, they were obligated to say or to even convert to their religion because otherwise they would be killed.
Do Yazidis nowadays feel any animosity towards Muslims in Iraq and Syria?
Of course there is, because what happened to us was not easy at all. Especially my aunt, like she was captivated captivated by them for 3 years, and like whenever she came and she tells us about her story and what happened to her, we are devastated by that story. So in a way, like these events and what happened to us and what they did, ISIS did, does affect our feelings and thoughts about them.
What are some of your dreams and aspirations?
دي خوني ما يعني من الحياة خود خوشي ندي بس فقيري.
My main dream, like my ultimate dream, is to see my children happy, because all my life I was poor. I lived in poor conditions, and I don't want them to go through the same. Like I want them to not leave their schools. I want them to continue their education, to not have the same life events that I had, to not live in poor conditions. That's why even this work I do is mainly for them, because I want to provide enough for them in order for them to just go to school, to study, to finish, and to achieve their own dreams, to be happy, because I was prevented from feeling happy, so I want them to feel happy.
So it seems a lot of Yazidis do live in poor conditions in comparisons to Kurds or Muslims or Christians inside Iraq. Would you say that's an accurate statement?
Yeah, that's true.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we are living in poor conditions.
Okay, and Yazidis mostly farmers?
But there is the فلاحين. Yes.
And Yazidis, it seems, reading Nadia's book and listening to the answers of my questions, that Yazidis really are motivated to do well in school and education. Is that correct?
Yes, that's true.
How could the West help Yazidis improve the education system of the Yazidis and allow young Yazidis to study and train for high-income skill sets such as engineering and medicine?
So for this, generally, like the Yazidi people are smart and clever. Whatever work you give them, they will do their best at it. So, but the main concern here is that we don't have that income to support us to do something for ourselves, to continue doing something for ourselves. Like for example, like I'm doing this job in a way that's helping me to support my living conditions. So if they also had something that supports them to improve their also like living conditions, they would be able to do even much better. So all they need is like a support for them to achieve their dreams, to continue working toward their dreams, because you know, like Yazidi people are smart and they do well in everything you give them.
So it's mainly the lack of income, that if they had a monthly income that gives them the freedom to pursue education, the Yazidis would do very well.
Yes, that's true.
Would it help if the West provided technology for Yazidis families, for example, laptops for Yazidis to take online courses or access the internet?
I'm not really sure, but like in any way that you help, it will be good.
What is your message for the world?
The main thing that we want is that we want our name, Yazidi name, to be spread all around the world. We want everyone to know that who are Yazidis, who are we, and what we do, and where we live and what's happening to us. At the same time, we want also for them to know that whatever you give us, we do our best at. Whatever work you provide for us, we do our best at. We do everything. We are very like motivated, and we want to be kept motivated. We want to be supported enough to be feeling motivated to do well for the rest of our lives.
In your words, who are the Yazidi?
In my words is that people, Yazidi are peaceful people who don't want war, who don't want to cause any problems, but the thing is that there is no anyone that supports us. Is that there is no anyone that supports the Yazidi community, the Yazidi women and girls. Like even we see that we have many people, Yazidi people, young people who have the degree, the university degrees, the bachelor degree, the baccalaureate degree, and baccalaureate and bachelor degree are the same.
Yep.
The PhD and other degrees, but they are not supported enough. They are at home, even though they have degrees, but they are at home. Like there are no opportunities for
There's
them.
no jobs. Mhm.
Yes.
I see. Well, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it. Thank you for sitting down with me.
Thank you also. Thank you so much. And also, I want to request from you and all others to just come and support us and support our work.
Absolutely.
تأكيد دواك. Thank you so much.
Thank you.